I am Cassie Velasco, and I am Mateo's mom.
And I'm Adam Velasco. I am Mateo's dad.
I'm Nana, Cassie's mom, and Mateo's grandmother.
And I'm Terry. I'm Mateo's grandma. I'm Adam's mom.
How we came up with Mateo's name was sort of by pure luck in a sense. When we first found out that having a baby, Cassie downloaded this silly app so we could track the whole pregnancy, and it asks you to name your baby. So we just came up with Buster because we're both huge Giants fans and we both love Buster Posey.
We didn't know the gender.
So we just sort of stuck with that. So from the get-go, his name was always just Buster. What my immediate reaction was when I first heard the news that Mateo was diagnosed with Down syndrome, the best way that I can characterize it is when you're a kid and you see all your friends and all your peers getting that really cool toy or that really cool video game system, then you finally learn that you're gonna get that same system, but then you hear the news that yours might have a little defect, it's not gonna come as great as everyone else's. It's kind of a letdown, it's kind of makes you feel like, I don't know, that yours isn't gonna be as great as everyone else's, that maybe they'll make fun of it.
I took the news pretty hard. I was disappointed because you just think that perhaps he might be held back in life or something. I was also very confused. I didn't know, I knew he would need a little extra support, maybe some therapies, things to help him grow and thrive, and I just didn't know how I would ever know how to provide that for him.
When we first found out the news, we sat down, Cassie voiced her concerns, I voiced my concerns as well. The funny thing is we both come from such different backgrounds, where Cassie was more worried about, again, finances, longevity, where I was more worried about stuff like, what kind of a person is he gonna be? Is he gonna be kind? Are people gonna appreciate him? Is he gonna appreciate other people? How is the community going to embrace him?
Yeah, I think that my biggest fear came from a maternal angle. I just felt like I wanted to protect him forever, and that it was up to us to shield him from any negativity.
So when we first told our family, it's funny how different Cassie and I are. I did it more of the informal approach where I actually called my mom and I called my sister and I called my brother. Of course, me being me and everyone that knows the person that I am, I'm always a pretty upbeat person. I always like to think of everything on the brighter side. I'm a glasses half full kind of guy, so I came with more from the standpoint, like, this is the diagnosis, but these are the things to look forward to. These are the positive things. I focused more on, again, that we found out early, how great that was with all the services that were available to us through Kaiser. Again, all of the things that the community has done to really make us feel at home. And that way I was able to reassure my family, make them see this as more of a positive thing than something of, a death sentence or something like that.
When he called, I was at my mom and dad's house, and he said, "Oh, I've got some great news." And I said, "What is that?" "It's going to be a boy." I'm like, "Oh my God," We're just jumping all around and just very happy. I knew Adam was really happy because he was getting his boy. He goes, "But there's some other news." I said, "Okay, what?" And he said, "Okay, well, the baby does have Down syndrome." And Adam was so upbeat when he said it, so I tried to stay on the phone upbeat, just real positive. But, when I hung up the phone, I told my parents and I cried. And I just said, I need to go home. And I went home, went in the backyard, and I cried. I just cried.
I had more of an emotional reaction when I first had the news, and I came straight to my mom's house, and my sisters were here, and we cried. But they were so supportive at the same time. Sorry. It's silly now, but at the time I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, and I wanted to name our daughter after my grandmother. And I was afraid that she'd be insulted or something if we used her name. And my mom said, no, she would be honored, and it would be very special for her to have your grandmother's name.
So when Mateo was first born, the best reaction I had that I can describe is just proud. You look down and you see your little man and you realize that's yours, like that's your kid.
I knew as soon as I would held this baby, I knew that he was just my world, and he is. He's my world. My hopes are, You know, I just hope that he has just tons of capabilities. My prayers are that people will treat him kind.
Well, of course, my hopes are that he can have as full a life as possible. But I can see with parents like Adam and Cassie that that will be happening, that he will get everything he needs in their power to provide it, that he has a full and happy life.
So it really helped having my mom and my sisters there saying that, you know, we're gonna love him no matter what and provide whatever he needs to help him thrive in life.
I guess my biggest hopes are just for him to be appreciated and loved by everybody. I mean, I've already seen since he's been alive for 2+ months, just the community support, the support from our friends, the support from our families as well has just been overwhelming.
Yeah, I'd say that my hope for the future for Buster is that he finds his voice. I'm anxious for him to discover his personality and to show that to us and to find out what his interests are and find people to share his interests with and really contribute whatever he's meant to contribute.